Hola, ¿cómo están? Yo me llamo Valerie Hope. My name is Valerie Hope. I am a leadership coach and a professional speaker. And this book is really for people who grew up, perhaps like me, learning to do things on their own over long periods of time, becoming very self reliant, very independent, but at the same time, hoping and wishing for the guidance and the support that's so often needed in order to push things out into the world, to be creative, to be innovative. This world is more and more fractured every day. The relationships we have are quite fragile sometimes, but leaders live in an environment that is constantly evolving and require higher levels of commitment and resource. Much of it cannot be done on our own. And so this book is to provide a framework for leaders to understand who they need to surround themselves with to create a circle of influencers, as I call it, that they can then build those trusted relationships to allow them to continue to produce at higher levels. What makes me uniquely equipped to provide this message is I'm one of those leaders. I grew up the same way. I'm the only daughter. I have three brothers. My father was in the US military. My mother was a school teacher, and we all immigrated from the Republic of Panama when I was 9 years old. I was in a state of constant restarting every time we moved. And that meant getting into a new school, making new friends, doing new activities. And so I became perpetually equipped to do things on my own very quickly. And that built a muscle and lots of confidence. And I got a lot of praise and admiration from a lot of well meaning adults. The challenge was I hit a point in time where it became increasingly difficult to look for people that I could trust to continue to expand my ability to produce something because you can only do so much on your own. And so I actually began this as a discovery during an early podcast that I did where I started to realize and see that leaders often struggled with some of these same challenges. And so, putting together a few ideas that I got out in the world, I started to hone in on this framework. I've done this in workshops. I've shared this framework on one-on-one classes, and it's gotten to a point where I was like, you know what? I wish I could just say, here, read chapter 7 to explain this to people, especially in the world that we have today. So, what people will find in this book is a series of stories and examples that share not only this framework that I'll explain very briefly, but also to explore like what is it that you do need support and guidance? When do you need it and from whom? So that people will be able to identify the places that maybe they've been playing small, where they need to expand, but they just haven't had the right circle of people around them. And so in the book, I feature four different types of people that one needs to have in their circle. The first type is called the parallel. These are people who might share a vision, although they might be expressing the vision in different ways. They're people that we can walk alongside or even just see as an inspiration. The second type is called a connector. And the connector is someone that will help us accomplish our goals by providing the resources, providing the expertise, the know how that we sometimes lack or takes us a while to gain. The third type we need in our circle are called the supporters, because sure enough, not only are these external outcomes important and results, but also our inner capacity. So the supporters provide us with the emotional grounding or the energy and enthusiasm for us to be able to do our work and become resilient. And then the last one, the challenger. Now, the thing with the challenger is sometimes a little bit more difficult to embrace, but the idea with the challenger is that it helps us open up our minds and see new perspectives and maybe, shake us out of that rut. So every chapter features not only these four types, but also each one has about three different subtypes. I also provide exercises, affirmations. Also, we talk about, ways in which we can embody not only attracting people into our circle, but also being part of someone else's circle. So I'm excited about the opportunity to share this with a greater audience. I would love the support of Hay House. And I do have right now some a connection with Balboa Press in pursuing this as a self-publishing project. But I'm so grateful to have the opportunity to share this with you all. And I hope that I continue to learn more and find a way to expand this message alongside you. Thank you.